Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's the Oxygerbil here again, and we're going to be building Grandma's house in The Sims 4. I got this idea. I was watching The Holiday, is it a Christmas film? I always watch it at Christmas, so I feel as though it might be, even though it's a little bit past Christmas now. But anyway, I was watching The Holiday, and the little English cottage in there, it's just so beautiful. And it made me think of doing a typical English cottage type build. So that was my initial inspiration, and then I have no idea where the idea of Grandma came from, but yeah, Grandma's house. I didn't want to do a modern build, I wanted to do quite a cutesy old-fashioned build, and I thought, you know when you need something comforting, then you go to Grandma's house. It's just where you go. We have a sim for this one as well. Her name is Audrey, and you can see her in the still shots at the end of the build. She's a little old lady who lives alone. I imagined that she was widowed. She has family that don't live close by, but she's happy and content in her own little house. Her traits are she loves the outdoors, she is family orientated, so she would like to see her family a little bit more often than what she does. And she loves gardening, so there's a couple of little plant pots that we pop around. And expanding this project, she could have a little greenhouse out the back. If you fancy any gameplay with this build, that's another opportunity that you could do. Especially with the new glass roofs in the game, that would look really sweet. Just while we're putting the windows in, this build is actually a bungalow, so there are no upstairs rooms, although it looks like it from the exterior. I just thought that the exterior looked a lot better with an upstairs. But I wanted the cottage to be a ground floor bungalow, all on one level. Everything there is right there that she needs. But there is the opportunity to expand upstairs if you wanted to. This could also be created into a family home with a little expansion that I think would work really well. But for the time being, she doesn't need that extra space, so it's just being used as attic space at the moment. The house is situated in Brindleton, oh my goodness, Brindleton Bay. I still can't say that word. It's right at the top of the map, and it's in a little forest area, which I thought was really cute, kind of out of the way, and it's how I'd imagined somewhere who's retired. It's where I'd imagined she'd want to live. It's very peaceful, very quiet, in the woodlands, and it's just a really peaceful area. This roof drove me crazy to start off with. So I wanted the roofs kind of like curved outwards. I thought it looked a lot sweeter, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to do it at first. I'm still trying to get used to all of the build to in The Sims. I used to play The Sims a lot, and then I moved and I didn't have a PC that was good enough to play it, but in May last year we built our own PC, and I've just re-downloaded everything, and I mean everything from The Sims 1, and they're all working great. So yeah, I'm still trying to get used to all of the tools in the game, and creating roofs and things that shouldn't really be able to be created. So like I overlap the roofs, which you normally can't play, but I had the BB objects cheat turned on, which I think works a lot better, and it allows you to be a lot more creative. The porches for the build, I wanted a porch out front and out back. I imagined being able to sit out there in a morning or an afternoon with a cup of tea and just listen to the wildlife. The original idea that I had for the build was very English cottage, but not many English buildings here in the UK have porches. I think it's a very American thing or Canadian thing. So I kind of mixed it up a little bit, and I imagine the porches to be like Western Outback. That's what they remind me of. But I think they work really well with the build, and it just gives it some extra space because the build's only really small. There's 3 rooms in the build, so like open plan living room, kitchen, and then a bedroom and an ensuite. So it's a really tiny build, and I think having the outdoor space really opens it up a lot and gives you more to play with. I have no idea what I was originally thinking with the really tiny porch at the back, but that was definitely not working for me. So we expand it to be just like the front pretty much, but it's a little bit, I think it's got like 1 square less. in length. Doing the interior, I originally found quite tricky. There was a lot of movements that I made off camera that I struggled with kind of having enough space. I think we definitely need to work on tiny builds because I'm used to building bigger houses and you have enough space to do whatever you want, and it's much harder trying to fit everything in when you've got a really small house. In the last build that I did, we were talking about 5x5 and 4x4 tiny builds, and I was looking at some videos on YouTube of people that had done them. I was watching Little Simsy, and she's done, I think, a 5x5 it was, and it's crazy how much she managed to fit in there considering there was next to no floor space, but she managed to have like a fully working kitchen, bathroom, lounge area, somewhere to sleep, and it worked really well. Go and check out her videos because she's really good at building in The Sims. So the interior, yes, some of it is very dated, but it's Grandma's house. This is what we wanted to go for. The floors, so my mum, oh my goodness, I can't remember what these type of floors are called. They have a specific name and they're really expensive, but she was obsessed with them at one point. And she was like, we are getting these in the kitchen, I want them in the living room. And I was like, Mum, like we had an extension on our house and it's not modern anymore, but back when we did have the extension, it was a very modern build. And she was adamant on having these floors put in, and we didn't in the end, and I'm so glad we never, because it would not have worked at all. But I think I don't like them. Some people really love these floors, but I just think they're quite ugly, and they're very expensive. They're not for me, not at all. But they really worked in this build. Also, these cabinets that I'm placing right now, okay, so this is the first time ever in the years that I have played The Sims that I have figured out how to get the different styles, unlike the open cabinets with the, like you can see the plates inside of them. So that little tool that I'm using just there. So if you don't know how to do this, because I did not, on The Sims, there's a little, like a spanner that you can click on, and you can change everything. Like you can change the counters that I'm just putting in there. They have side counters, they have islands, and I can remember years ago I did it by accident and I could never figure out how I'd done it. But here we go. That's it. Look, the island. So when you originally put the island in, it is just boxed off plain, normal island. But you can have it's like open plan. You can see the plates, you can see everything. And I'm sorry, I'm going on about this a lot, but I am proud of myself for figuring that out finally, because it has made me so happy. You probably all already know about it, and I'm probably just way behind the times, but yeah, for those of you that don't, click that little spanner, because it gives you a hell of a lot more options. The fridge and the oven, I absolutely love. I think they're so pretty. I can't remember what pack they're from. They might be from the base game, but I really like them, and I think they're gorgeous. The floor plan, I decided I needed a little bit more space, so we just expanded the back of the house and then popped the porch on the end again. I didn't want a TV in this build. I kind of wanted everything to be a little bit older, and for it to look like it hadn't been decorated in quite a while. So that's the vibe that we were going for, and I just didn't think a TV fit in really. I can't remember whether I tried to put one in or not, but I just didn't think it fit with the vibe that we were going for. And in the end she has a really old record player, so that's what I imagined her sitting and listening to on an evening instead of watching TV like we all do. Now, curtains. We need some more curtains in the game. These work really well with this build, but it annoys me how you have the different style windows and some of them don't fit really well. So yeah, curtains. Maybe I should download some custom content, because there's so many things that I keep saying I would really like to have this, and I can guarantee they'll be somewhere on the custom content. So I could download that. Could do. Maybe we should download a bit and try to do a build full of custom content and get all your ideas in there. That would be quite interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments and we'll see if we can do that. Just resizing some photos and decorating the place. I changed this around so much off camera, but I didn't bore you with all of the changes I tried to make because half of them were just useless. They did not work at all. When I had the sofas in the middle of the room, I thought we could pop a TV on the wall, but like I said, TV wasn't working for me. Didn't think it should go in this house. And that's a little, is it a stereo or is it a record player? I'm not too sure. It kind of looks like a record player. Just on the table. That's what we've got for her instead. And lots of activities. My grandma always says, you kids watch too much TV. So that's why I didn't put one in. Are they like degree? I think they're like certificate achievements that I popped on the wall just there. I imagined that they were her grandchildren's, and of course she has a copy of her grandchildren's certificates on the wall, because whose grandma doesn't do that? We need some more like family orientated achievements like that as well. I think if there were some pictures of like some of the Sims holding the scroll when they've got their degrees, I think that would really work. And everything like that, all like family orientated pictures should have been all over the walls in this build, but there weren't a great deal to choose from. The chess table that we've just taken away, don't worry, we popped that back outside. I just wanted Grandma to have somewhere to sit next to the fire when it's cold and snuggle up with a book. The bathroom is very pink, but that is on purpose. What is it? Is it, let me quickly Google. Is it 80s? Yeah, 80s pink bathroom. Oh, 50s, no. 50s. Okay, it's 50s that we wanted to go for then, not 80s. But yeah, the bathroom is very pink and I bloody love it. Bedroom's tiny. I was trying to put the bed in the middle of the room at first, but then we move it just to this side because there's nobody that needs to get on the other side of the bed. Oh, that makes me feel really sad. But yeah, there's nobody that needs to get into the other side, so we just pop it next to the wall and then give her a little bedside table with an alarm clock on. And I think that looks a lot better with the windows behind as well, because I couldn't get the windows to slot in to the middle of the bed, if that makes sense, any sense at all. But I wanted the bed to be directly in front of them and I couldn't figure out how to do it in gameplay, so we just popped the bed to the side, which it looks a lot better. These pictures I really like as well. I've never seen them before, but I think they're really pretty and they've got a lot of different like designs when you can switch around the colours and things that you want. So they were good. I think this is the first time that I've used a carpet in The Sims 4. I never usually use them. See what I mean? The bed looks so much better. I've just switched it back, there we go. The bed looks so much better in front of the window because it was off and I don't like things being off. I think we're just doing like the finishing touches of the interior now. There's not a great deal more that we pop in this build. Just some little bits and bobs all over. She's got a coat and her little gardening hat on the wall there. Ready to go. I just love this build. I think it's such a cute little build. And I can't wait to start playing it as well. Don't forget, if you do want to download the build, it's on the Sims Gallery at the Yorkshire Gerbil, so you can tag me in your pictures, tag me in your Sims if you change the Sims up, or if you expand and make an upstairs, then let me know what you've done, because I'd be really interested to see how you change this design. Because it's a small build, there isn't really anywhere inside for her to sit next to a table any other than the sofa or the island in the kitchen, so we give her a little table and chair set outside just so she can come out here in the summer to eat breakfast and lunch if it's warm, which I think works, and it kind of brings the inside. Is it the outdoors inside or the indoors outside? I don't know. It's bringing the inside outdoors, but I don't think that's the right way to say that. Oh well, I'm talking absolute garbage now. Yeah, there's the chest that we put back there, and then just decorating a little bit. I can't remember if we do the gardening on camera or off camera with this build. I think it's on camera. I guess we'll soon find out. Little workbench, painting easel outside. Just some little bits and bobs around for her to keep herself busy with. Oh yeah, we do the gardening on camera, that's good. I really like doing landscaping in The Sims. Granted, I'm not the best at it, but I enjoy doing it. I think it's really fun. It's something that I never used to do. I kind of used to do the interior and then just forget about the outside because I didn't really think it mattered that much. But I think it just looks so much better now when you give it a landscaped area outside. We just pop loads of plants around. I imagine that she tends to her garden quite often. So although some of the flowers and things, well, none of the flowers in the game apart from the ones in the plant pots you can really interact with, but I think that they give off the vibe that she's big into gardening. And it looks like she spent a lot of time in her garden organising it all and making it look really pretty. Because we put the fireplace on the inside, just to the right of the build that you can see there, I created a kind of like a chimney. It's none of the chimneys that are in the base game, just because I didn't like the look of any of them. But all I did was created a square 1x1 wall going up, and then used a half wall on the top just to give the effect of a chimney. I think it works fine, it works really well. And I preferred that look for this house rather than having the chimney on the roof because I didn't really think they worked well. We are pretty much coming to the end of the speed build now. Just the last bit of gardening to do and then some still shots of the build. I really hope you enjoyed watching this one. I really loved creating this build. I think maybe in the future we could... I tell you what would be a good idea. Doing like a residential home. That could be really interesting. Okay, guys, please remember that. Comment down below if you'd like to see that one because that would be, well, I'm deciding it would be a great idea. You might all actually hate it, but let me know. Maybe that's what we could do next time. Oh, I'm getting excited. But yeah, anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the build. I loved making this one. Comment if you'd like to see any more builds. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and I will leave you to enjoy the last little bit of decorating and the still shots. You can find me on Twitch. I do a lot of live streaming, not Sims. I'm currently playing Subnautica and Banished, but if you'd like to see some live streaming builds or gameplay, then just let me know. We can give it a go. It's just not the kind of audience that I have at the minute on Twitch. But yeah, I'm on Instagram and Twitter as well at the Yorkshire Gerbil, so you can always message me on there if there's anything that you'd like to see. And I hope you're all having a lovely day. Yeah, I'll leave you to watch the end of the build. Take care and have a great day. Bye!